Hey, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So I have another reroute for you today, and it's going to be Bratz Magic Hair Raya. And she is somewhat of a rare doll as well, and she is also the doll that I thrifted for $2 at a swap meet, which I have a video about that. If you're interested, I'll link that below. But yeah, when I got her, her hair was already chopped off. She was looking pretty rough, so it was time to just give her, you know, a whole new lease on life. Give her a whole new hairdo and, you know, a little style and other little things. So if you are just excited to see this process and see how she turns out, then go ahead and keep watching.
Hey, so we're just gonna start off exactly as we did with Dresden by washing her, but first we're gonna chop off her old gross hair. Starting off with a hand soap bath. Next we're going to use baking soda. I can't remember why I used baking soda. I just know that a YouTuber that I watched do this used baking soda, and I can't remember what the reason was, but I just have not stopped since, so. Time to pull out her hair plugs, and I do have to say that one of my lovely commenters left a comment on my last video, which I had obviously not seen when I was doing this process, so thank you so much for the tip about using the flathead screwdriver. I definitely will use that if I ever do another reroute again. Unfortunately, the video was posted after I had already done both of these doll heads, so I didn't get a chance to see it. And I definitely think that would have helped a lot more than my method with the pliers or whatever they are. Nasty ick. Using some brown acrylic paint and some Mod Podge. Going to mix those two together to paint her scalp, and like I mentioned in my last video, the Mod Podge just helps with the flexibility and keeping the paint from chipping off. While I was painting her head, I just kept thinking about pudding because that brown paint looked a lot like pudding and it made me really want pudding. I can't remember the last time I had chocolate pudding, but I need to buy some now. I'm going in with the strands of hair, plugging them into those holes that I widened with the push pin first. Same thing as the last time. And I don't think I mentioned how long it took in the last video for Dresden, but rerouting these Bratz doll heads, it takes me anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, and Raya's head, I actually split it up over 2 days because my fingers were just killing me after already doing Dresden's head in 1 day. decided to take some blonde hair that I had left over from one of my previous reroots and pop those just right into the part line, and you'll see the vibe I was going for when I'm done here. At this point, we're getting close to the end and there's not much hair left. Her head actually took a lot of the hair that I had, and I was starting to worry that I was gonna run out. And here's what's left with all of those holes still left unfilled. I managed to leave just the last couple of rows without hair, but I made sure to cover around the ears and everywhere else where it would be visible, but those bottom rows, I mean, there's no way you could tell. And her head was already so heavy with all of that hair. I used a lot of Fabri-Tac on her head just to make sure that every plug was saturated. And now I'm just dumping boiled water over her head to flatten the hair. And then that is just a mug full of hot water with some fabric softener because this hair was so tangly and so impossible to brush. I needed to do something. All right, rinsing her with cold water now. And then I gave her a haircut, but I decided not to film it just because it is a really long and annoying process, but that's how it turned out. And I'd say it's pretty good for my skill level. And now I thought these would be some fun tattoos for her. I was going for like a traditional tattoo art style. And I got this new glossy top coat that I was going to test out on her. And I decided ultimately if these top coats end up damaging the Bratz doll bodies in any way, you know, over the next few months or years or however long, I could easily rebody them. I didn't apply any of the tattoos or the gloss coats to their face, which is really the important part. Their bodies, I could find new Bratz doll bodies, no problem, especially with all the repros coming out these days. I could even get her a body with like opposable joints and stuff, which would be kind of cool, but for now, we'll just see how long this lasts.
Here she is, the queen herself, all done and beautiful. Oh my goodness, this was so much fun of a project to do. I think she turned out absolutely outstanding. I wanted to, like, I guess pay homage to like her blonde hair that she comes with, the factory blonde hair, and so I put these little blonde streaks in it, and it also kind of reminds me of that girl from X-Men. What's her name? Rogue? Yeah, and I just really like that. I like that style. I think she really suits it well. I also like that her hair kind of just sits over her eye. I really like her tattoos. I really like the outfit I gave her. I was kind of going for like, when I was looking at my Bratz clothes, I was like, what's the vibe I want to give her? And I definitely wanted, like, you know, a modern businesswoman. Like, she is HBIC, and she is, you know, maybe a millennial or like an elder Gen Z, late 20s situation, and she's got the tattoos, and I was going for like a traditional, like, art style, tattoo style. Thought about like, okay, do I want to curl her hair? Do I want to like do anything with it? But I think honestly, this is the ultimate serve, is just having those inches down to the feet, just straight, sleek, slender hair. I think that really does the trick. Thank you so much for watching this journey. I really hope that you had a good time just seeing the process and seeing how she turned out, and you'll have to let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. I am so freaking glad to be done with this reroot, because now I have made no more promises that I have to keep. I am not doing another reroot for a very, very long time. This absolutely exhausted me, and for some reason her head was way worse than Dresden's head, because she had it felt like millions of holes. Like I didn't even get to, I mean, I showed you in the video, but I didn't even fill in the bottom row of holes in the back of her head because I ran out of hair. Which is crazy. Like she just had a lot of plugs, and it must be because she's part of the Magic hairline and maybe they just had a lot more hair than the regular dolls, and it's also just so heavy on her head. Her head is just like permanently tilted to one angle or the other. I can't get it to sit straight, which is fine, you know. I mean, it's kind of sassy to have that little head tilt, but it was definitely a long one, very arduous process here, but totally worth it. You know, as you can see, obviously she looks amazing. Probably not gonna do a reroot for a really freaking long time. So I hope y'all are satisfied with my gaming content for a while, because that's all I have the energy to do right now. After all the injuries and the arthritis that I've developed, I'm just ready to give reroots a break for the foreseeable future. So thank you so much for, you know, being patient with me and getting these reroots out, and I will be back with more Bratz Rock Angels video game content coming soon. I'm very excited to keep playing that, and I'm really excited to just beat the game so that I can start the next one, which is like Bratz Forever Diamonds. I never know how to end my videos, so just thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Comment below so we can chat. Let me know what you think of how she turned out. See you in the next one.